Fixing one track from every Mario Kart in the series. Part 8. Oh boy, water park. A lot of you are probably wondering how I'm going to redesign this course considering there's no underwater driving in MKW. But need I remind you, we've already gotten Wario Shipyard. Euros call it Galleon, which kind of makes sense, but British people aren't real. I know you fake those accents for the bit, don't lie to me. So getting into the visual side of the track, not much will change. I think having a few smaller attractions around the course could be fun. You could add some small water slides next to the track for free roam, and a lazy river would be cute. Outside of that, I think Water Park's visuals in 8 were never really its issue, so adapting it into world just requires some more fine tuning and making things make sense. Like, why is the hotel just floating above the water? That's a little weird. You can honestly keep it like that, just add a bit of an elevation with a cement platform partially sitting on the water. And turning some of these little pathways into the same kind of white wooden boardwalk as the Waluigi seabed that's off to the side here would give it some more character. The subcoaster sign is being replaced with one that says subslide. More on that later. But enough of that. Let's get into the track changes. I'll start by addressing the biggest issue with redesigning this track being this big loop. Obviously this loop can't stay completely vertical, so I'm just leaning it back a bit up to about a 45-degree angle. There will be a cascading waterfall that will give you resistance as you climb up, and give you a boost as you cross the peak and descend back down to the rest of the course. The water is shallow, so you'll be driving on wheels. There will be long boost panels covering the road end to end as you climb, and also rafts that slide down the track on either the left, right, or middle of the track. Once down towards the end of the loop, they'll be met with a ramp and boost panels to jump over the rafts that are crossing into the lazy river. This brings us to the merry-go-round, which now sits just above the water. The ending of the track doesn't change. There's still the same glider ramp and the nice set piece of the Wario wheel that sits as a minor hazard, but as we loop back around to the start of the course, the entrance to the subslide before the first ramp jump is no longer a climb up, but a descent down. You'll go into a large, open top tube slide. There's water going down the tube that gives a speed boost when driving in it. There's still the same split in the two paths at the bottom of the tube like before, but the left slide that's slightly elevated will now have a glider ramp. Once you exit the tube, you'll enter a wave pool. Inside the wave pool, the submarine that used to be on the loop now peaks just above the water. If you can climb onto it, there's a few rails to grind on as you move through the wave pool. This leads you into the loop once again and you'll continue through the course. I went a little out of order for the majority of this remake, so I kind of spoiled some of the ideas I had for free roam. I think having some fun challenges in the new lazy river that sits in the middle of the track would be fun, with some more slides around the park like I said earlier. We could have a really cool entrance through the track via the Waluigi seabed. You could have it connect to the beginning of the track, but I think it'd be way better to have it go through the subslide so you'll have a chance to drive through the course at least twice, like some of my other recreations. I will say, adding any kind of theme park into Mario Kart World kind of begs the question. I think if Nintendo brought back this track, they'd probably have no choice but to bring back Baby Park. The whole theme park in the open world can't just have one track in it. They know this, so even though I'm not saying this is going to be a 2-for-1 deal, it might just be. But I'm not remaking Baby Park. Can you even remake